Everyone loves talking about legends, icons, the goats of the game, the players you grew up watching, the ones you still think can play like after one decent weekend league. But reality hits and you're 3-7, questioning everything, including your formation, your controller, monitor settings. But let's be honest, this isn't about the past, this is about what's next. Welcome to Foot and Review, the future of the game, where Team of the Season just isn't a promo, it's a way of life. These aren't just the best players right now. They're the ones trying to sneak their way into the conversation with the legends, the icons, the I swear he was better than people remember Hall of Fame. Or at least that's what we're told. Because let's be real, who actually decides this team of the season? Stats? Performances? The community? Or does someone at EA just watch a 5-minute highlight video, see one bicycle kick and go, yep, 97 rated, give him everything. Defending as well? Why not? We've all seen it. One player drops a consistent 7 out of 10 all season, TOTS. Another carries an entire club on his back, nothing. And then there's that one guy who had 3 good games in September and suddenly he's got a card like he's been doing it since 2008. Somewhere, a proper legend of the game is watching this thinking, I did that for 10 years and you gave me 82 pace and bad links. And the madness is just starting, folks, because now we've got Serie A TOTS dropping, MLS getting involved, the Dutch League making an appearance, rest of Europe pulling up with players you've never used but suddenly need. And somehow every single one of them looks like they can bench your entire team. Your club legend replaced, your favourite striker outdated. That promo card you're proud of last week, yep, he's already behind the power curve. And just to make it better, this isn't a sprint, this is a marathon. Weeks of content, constant upgrades, SBCs draining your club, and just when you think you're caught up, boom, another TOTS drops and you're back to square one. Today, we're diving into it all. The hype, the heroes, the absolute head-scratchers, the players who earned it, the ones who didn't, and the ones who somehow finessed their way into a card that looks like they've won everything. And I'm not doing it alone, though. I've brought in the perfect duo, the brothers of chill, eloquence, and tactics. John, the foot coach, breaking things down like he's about to present it to UEFA. And Homer, the emperor of Serie A. Will he be thumb up or the dreaded thumb down? Honestly, by the end of this episode, we might be playing a back two, no midfield, a striker and goal, just for balance. Between them, we've got proper analysis, strong opinions, and at least one heated debate about why your favourite player just isn't fitting the system. Which usually just means John wouldn't use him in weekend league. We're building squads, calling out frauds, asking the real questions, like how your club's best player got ignored, but someone from the rest of Europe with 3 highlight clips is now clear of him statistically. So whether you're here for the sparkling analysis or just trying to survive this never-ending TOTS cycle without rinsing your entire club, you're in the right place. This is Foot Review, episode 734, the TOTS Marathon. Let's get into it. Hi, guys. Thank you. It's me, GPM, the intro king. I am back after last week's cheating on the episode. If you didn't hear last week's episode, please go and give it a listen. Certainly to that intro, it was like a Hollywood movie. There were so many special effects. But who else but to be on the show tonight but my good friend John? Here he is, the man with all those buttons. How you doing, my friend?
Hey, mate, it's good to be back. I didn't cheat, by the way. I just put more attention into it.
John, you know that I struggle to even put the laptop on, so there's no way I was going to get intro music normally.
That's why I'm on the buttons today and you're hosting.
Exactly. And I've got my good friend Homer. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm brilliant. Thanks for having me back on.
It's amazing to have you back. So what we'll do, guys, as usual, this is going to be a bumper show because, yes, folks, TOTS has arrived. We're all super excited. My camera is slightly blue because it is TOTS this time, so fingers crossed it fixes before the end of the show. But, John, how's your week been in foot?
My week in foot has been awfully quiet. It did have something to do with the other podcast we make, which is, of course, Formula 1 related. So unfortunately, yes, I had to meet Max Verstappen this week. I had to travel all the way to Amsterdam and say hi, and it's the things we have to do for our hobbies.
Sure.
So I was quite busy, honestly. So I did not play, but that's fine because I didn't like the promo I said last week as well, and I'm actually pretty hyped for Team of the Season. So I think this week was good for me to. As a, how do you say it? As a palate cleanser.
Mm-hmm. No, definitely. And Homer, did you play much this week?
Played more than I have the previous weeks. Like I said, sort of was playing other games and just taking it chill. But I started playing a lot more. Started doing the Gauntlet, doing the Silver League to just try to catch up with everything, try to catch up with the season pass. So played a lot more. Had a few packs saved for today.
Mm-hmm.
So been all right.
Dare we ask before? Don't tell us the player, but have you had any luck?
I've one from a pack and one from a guaranteed pack.
Oh, well, we'll certainly get into it. So, guys, what we're going to do is usual first half. We're going to talk about TOTS. It is here. It is a mega promo. It is certainly a marathon, not a sprint, as I said earlier. And we'll get into the 4 teams. I think it's out tonight. So we'll do our very best to whiz through that. We'll have our halftime game, the top 5, and we've got an absolute belter tonight. And then the second half, we're going to talk about EVOs, as we said a few weeks ago. Are EVOs, and what are they, good, bad, indifferent, needed in the game? We'll get into it. But guys, the referee is ready. He's about to start the first half. So, guys, where do we start?
I'm so quick with these buttons, Chris.
Exactly, too quick for me.
Can't even keep up.
Yeah, I'm slowing the turn these days, John. Absolutely slowing the turn these days. You're well past me. You've skidded past me there. Just very quickly, though, guys, where should we start? There's 4 teams out. So if I get this right, there's MLS, Serie A, there's Eredivisie, and the rest of Europe. So, John, since it's your home nation, do you want to start there, or would you like to start somewhere else?
Well, end with that one, I think. Let's start with Serie A, because it's also Graham's expertise, I reckon.
Yeah, definitely. So let's move over then to the Emperor of Serie A. Graham, what do you think of the team?
It's pretty good, very balanced based on the whole of the league. There's maybe 1 or 2 players that I'm surprised haven't got in, maybe because they got a FUT birthday card or another promo card just recently. But on the whole, it's very good based on the season. Maybe 1 or 2, like I said, could have been in that haven't been in, but yeah, it reflects the season.
I mean, not only am I out my depth in terms of FC skill, I'm certainly out my depth in Serie A knowledge. So I'll let you guys talk about it. So, John, if you were to select a player, do they have to be from Juve, or would you take someone else?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say no to Yildiz from this team, of course. Terrific player of life. This card looks absolutely amazing. Of course, 5-star, but he's also 3.4 million. I do actually like the fact Magnan is in here. I think a French good goalkeeper is always a welcome addition to most of the teams, so I quite like that. And of course, shout out to McTominay. I did myself, Chris, for this one. But there are pretty cool cards in here, which I think are not to be underestimated. For example, McKennie for 75,000, or Højlund for 90, something like that. I think shows this is why I quite like Team of the Season. There are pretty good cards in here which are relatively cheap. I've not checked actually the stats on Palestra, the right back, but he's 150,000. He's an intercept plus, technical plus, quick step plus, 4-star, 4-star, ridiculously fast. Of course, stamina tutor, can run for days. I like Team of the Season because you can basically buy your team cheap and be on par with what's going on so far. There are standout players, but even like the Rabiot card, 150, Palestra, like I said, Zielinski, not even 200k currently, probably dropping already. And serious cool cards like Vlasic. I think that might be one Homer was going to mention, knowing Homer a bit. But, any standouts for you guys? I mean, to be fair, even Akanya is like 60k already. So
yeah, Kanji does look really good. Obviously, he's not got Anticipator Bruiser Gold. He does have the Intercept or Bruiser Gold, but he has them Silver. But he's got Anticipate, Jockey, and he's got Ping Pass, so he's got long ball as well, so he's good at passing out from the back. If you're getting pressed, surprised he got in ahead of Bastoni, to be honest, but it is what it is. Palestra, like you said, consider he's a bronze card, so if you do bronze pick bronze pack methods, you could possibly get him as well for a bronze pack. He looks incredible. Obviously, Modric is sort of like the star of the show with the 4. But I quite like Bremer. I think Bremer looks really good. And then I would say, obviously biased, but DeMarco looks fantastic as well.
I mean, John, I know you and I talk about this all the time, but the ratings on these cards, are they just for show or are they really important?
No, I think, as always, ratings are just a matter of deciding how big the chance is you might be backing one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, there's exceptions. There are a couple of low-rated players that are harder to back than any other cards, but I think mostly these ratings just is an upgrade from the previous cards, but also make sure that they aren't too easy to back. You can basically see that the Modric, the Nico Pass card, Martinez have the highest ratings, meaning they will be the hardest to back.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's all there is to it.
Mm-hmm. So, Graham, if I was to give you, say, 1 million coins, I know we can't pick some of the top ones, but if I gave you 1 million coins right now, who would you pick and what reason would you pick them?
Million coins, Lautaro. It's just personal bias and favoritism. That would just be Lautaro.
What a surprise!
I put his name on the screen as well. I know he's not going to be everybody's favourite, but low driven, game changer, and tiki taka, big hold. I've hopped on game changer, such an underrated playstyle this year, especially if you're playing like a right-footed or a left-footed striker on their favoured side, so like a left-footed on the left side, or right-footed on the right side. The amount of times you can score because somebody just doesn't expect you to curl it in. He's got finesse, power shot, silver. He's got incisive, technical first touch, relentless enforcer. So if somebody's trying to bruiser you, just to hold L2, shield it with the enforcer. It's really, really underrated as well. Stats wise, finishing is 99, attacking positions 98. A lot of it's just really good stats. So if I had the million coins, I'd go Lautaro, plus you change to pick up like Kanji and probably Zelensky as well. Maybe the Palestra or somebody else.
Mm-hmm. John, the same for you. Are you going to go the Inter route or are you going to pick someone different if I gave you 1 million coins?
Yeah, I'm definitely not going the Inter route. I mean, I almost said that out loud. That's a good decision to make. Honestly, I would see if I would get Bremer and McKennie going, get 2 more Juve players in. But that's like, I play team of the season and I just want to use some players that I wouldn't say normally don't use, but that you have some feelings for. Like Graham does with Martinez. I think, let's get the youth players in. We'll talk about the team of the Eredivisie soon, but get the 3 final players in. That's first thing I would do on these things. I do think that McTominay looks extremely cool for that price tag and could be one of those really fun cards to use. Mm-hmm. If I had to buy one player for 1 million, I would probably go with McTominay.
What is it about that card then, John, that really would stop you from going somewhere else?
Well, what I do like about him is that, of course, you can CDM, CM, and scam, so the flexibility. But I quite like the physical stats on this card as well. Mm-hmm. Bruiser and 94 the physical. Like, I think looking at the physical stats, but I think, as you look at defending stats, also really good. I don't know. This card with the shadow looks like a proper CDM, and there aren't too many like really good CDMs. Mm-hmm. But if you need him as CM, just as fine because he also has pink pass plus. Mm-hmm. Plus, I think it can be cool to use McTominay in this game. Of course, he had the previous card, but I think the last one was the Footies one, 91 run. What was it?
The birthday one, yeah.
Birthday one. Wasn't that too long ago either. I think that was also a fun card. So I don't know. It's just something about his physicality as well, which would make it cool. Mm-hmm. Also, go Scotland, of course.
Yeah, you'll be able to use it for 2 weeks in the World Cup before they come home after getting beat off Haiti. I've stayed up to 2 o'clock in the morning to watch that.
But what you can do though, if for example you are, that would be my top tip for team of the season for most people, right? say you're lacking defenders, or you find your defense of this or of your current team a little bit weak. These are perfect opportunities for little money to like strengthen a full line. If you get like Ndika in and the defenders we just spoke about, the Palestra card, it costs you what? Not even 300,000. You get an Akanji for 60 more on it. Get the Slivar goalkeeper in it, and for 350,000 coins, you have posted your whole backline and your goalkeeper to something that was really hard to do before. So these are cool times to change your teams up, and I think that's what this is actually really cool, really nice to do in these situations.
Would you be tempted to play Rabiot and McTominay as the two CDMs, 6'4", 6'3", really
definitely.
like a wall there? Graham, would you go with that? You got the chance?
Yeah.
Left-footed and right-footed as well, right?
Yeah, so you get the perfect balance. They're both, is McTominay 5-star as well? Yep, so both have got 5-star weak foot, so both balanced left and right centre mids. To be honest, obviously Rabiot's goals are more balanced in the sense of like there's passing and like control, like holding the ball, but he's got he's got anticipate, and he's got bruiser and intercept silver. His stats wise, like stamina's 98, heading accuracy is 95, his composure's 96, ball control's 94. So he's not maybe the guy that will win the ball for you, but he's the guy that if you play out from your centre back to him, he'll control the ball. He can avoid the pressure, turn around and ping a pass or play a nice wee pass into your more attacking players. So he'd be perfect at CDM, whether that be as a holding player or the deep line playmaker for me.
Mm-hmm. And
he's also extremely tall, right? Just saying, his physicality is something else.
Mm-hmm.
We always boost Gullit because he has a unique body type, but this one isn't too much of that, honestly.
Yeah,
he's like 6'3", isn't he?
6'3", like McTominay's 6'4", so I mean you've got a very tall midfield defensive wall there if you play two CDMs. Is there any other player before we move on, because we have got 4 teams to get through tonight in the first half? Is there any player that we want to mention before we disappear into the next squad?
Yeah, I mean, if I can be so frank, Modric, of course. Mm-hmm. What a season he has, right? Yep. Just showing that he should still be playing for Madrid, honestly. But love the guy, love the fact. I don't love Milan. Everyone knows it's on my favorite team. But the way he does it this year, the way he still shows up every single match, is amazing. And I think that's also one standout card for sure. He's expensive. Mm-hmm. So not like worth mentioning, but I would mention his performances this year, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And is this now...
Graham?
Sorry, I was going to quickly ask Graham there. Is this the first 4 Playstyle Plus card in the game? Have I missed that?
Yeah, he would be the first, Him and a certain other player, another great of the game in MLS, I think.
Which we'll move on to. So, yeah. I mean, after midweek, I think they'd love to have him back at Madrid, wouldn't they?
Yeah, but I think they were wrong to let him go. Anyways.
Okay, guys, we'll quickly move on then. As Graham mentioned, it is MLS. So MLS TOTS. We've also, as you say, we've got the star of the show. I don't know if he's a fade enforcer or that, but he is top of the shop. Lionel Messi, 96 rated, a cool 11.6 million at the moment. But let's go with you, John. Is there any players that kind of stand out for you? You think, well, if I don't get a Serie A TOTS, MLS might do me?
The problem is that I'm not too involved with this league at all. Mm-hmm. Also because of the, I wouldn't say weird schedule, but different schedule, maybe I should say. And there aren't any players in here at all that I have like an attachment with. And like I said before, I think that's one of my main things, which I like about Team of the Season. There are there are pretty cool cards in there. I mean, even Ayala, for example, there are some pretty cool. But you want to grab that Messi from it. But if you look at the rest of the cards, I don't feel like there's anything in here where you would be like, let me grind 100 MLS packs to see if we can get a Messi from it. I think it's a little bit too much. Like Messi's 11 million, makes sense. Next one is Buanja,
Yep, 490.
400, 490. And then Evander, and that's it. Everyone else is just full.
Yeah.
Don't know if we have to talk about this league necessarily too long, not to insult my American friends.
Yeah, let's not do that, John. We need all the listeners we can get. Graham, can you save us? World Cup's there in the summer, so if you're looking to rock a USA team, there is some decent cards in there. But is there MD there before we move on that you'd like to highlight?
Like Messi is the star of the show, but Evander's, I knew he was going to get team of the season. His playstyle's a bit disappointing, but his stats are really good. But I think Diego Luna, he's had a few cards already. Left mid or as a cam, he's got finesse, technical, and it says his gold, and pretty good silver ones. It's only 31k, so cheap enough and good enough, I think, if you can get him in your team.
At 5'8", is he too small? I mean, we've just talked about physicality in the game. You know, would he be pushed off the ball? I don't see him having an enforcer or bruiser or anything like that in terms of physical.
Well, he's got press proven, so he can. If you're good enough with your left stick, he could avoid it. He's got first touch as well, so if you've got somebody like a Rabiot, McTominay, or somebody else that's got pinged that can push the ball to him quickly, he can hold it in. And if you're following the FC Pro, Nicholas has pretty much showed people a new way of playing with the sprint button, so rapid could come in handy as well. Like I said, he's 30k. There's not many good cards in the MLS based on their stats and their playstyles, apart from really Messi being the standout. So I think for me, he's the best of the rest.
No, definitely. Well, let's move on then. Let's go and visit the rest of Europe. We'll certainly leave the Eredivisie to the end because I'm sure, first of all, we'll let John do all the names. He loves it when I butcher a Dutch name, doesn't he? So we'll talk about...
I said McTominay. You should probably mention the Dutch name as well.
No, he'd said it perfectly, though, mate. You have too many Scots on your team. I mean, we have to go to the rest of Europe because they have got the best card this week in there, haven't they, Graham?
Go to.
Well, they've got the big man himself, Manny Fernandes. He's cheap enough. He's 13k. Good playstyles. To be honest, I know we'll go into it in a bit later.
Fernandes would look good in the final shoot, though. Just saying.
Yeah, well, 30 million you've got.
After we discussed of the week.
13k it says. And what would be that guy?
But he has every single defending playstyle, doesn't he? He has anticipate plus and aerial fortress and also precision header. I mean, the big man, we love him. He is. I know it has got an English flag on there. He does play for Nigeria, so he is. I was going to say he is the Nigerian Virgil van Dijk, just a bit cooler, if I'm being honest with you. He just strolls through the game. Before we let this pod go for the next hour, while Graham and I wax lyrical about him, I'll let you talk about the card, Graham.
Oh, he's good. The only thing, like I said, the thing we're probably going to is discuss about EVOs. I actually think my EVO might be better than him, and it's got one less playstyle plus. But you're looking at certain sites like GG or FUTTeam, they've ranked him as one of the top 10 defenders in the game. Like, he's got pace. He's 6'6". He's lengthy, so he's got the meta running style. He's defending. He's physical. He's dribbling. Like, short passing, long passing as well. 94 visions, 80. Like, there's not many weaknesses in his actual overall game.
Is he too slow?
No, he's got lengthy as well. Put a shadow on him. He's catching at anybody. Like, you'll not beat him in the air. I don't think you can beat him on the ground, to be honest. He's got quick step on top of that. There's not many weaknesses, I could say, with this card. No.
I mean, to be fair, the SPFL has been well represented with 2 good cards and 1 stinker, so we'll leave it at that. John, yourself, is there any player that, I mean, you're fairly knowledgeable about European football, is there any player there that you're glad has got in or you'd like to pack?
Is he called Nydron? Nigerian?
No, that's a bad one. Nigerian. No, he's a bad one, John. You don't want to talk about that. We'll wait to
Nah.
wait till James comes back on the show and he can wax. To be fair, he's had a good season, and he's been quoted to get moved to the English Premier League for around about 20-25 million. So yeah, he's had a good season and a quite a poor Celtic team, to be honest with you. But John, is there a card that you'd like to try?
Quite honestly, I like the Giuliano card. It's quite cool. 5-star weak foot, I think, 4-star ring. But intercept, technical plus, and tiki taka plus. That's quite cool. And well, yeah, I think she deserves a highlight in this as well.
I mean,
160 though, so that's quite. I quite like. It's a whole different midfielder than just the two big guys we just discussed, right?
Yes.
But I think it can be cool to have like she's 5'3". There's something to that as well. I think that's quite cool. With 5-star weak foot, yeah, fast and nimble. 90 acceleration, 90 on sprint speed though on the main card. Looks really good with insane dribbling stats on her. So. And she's 300k. She's actually a bit more expensive than I thought she would be, but yeah, looks good for me.
And is there any of the high-rated ones, Graham, when you look at it and go, I'd maybe take a chance on that? You know, there's players from Bodo Glimt. We need our good friend Ingve back to talk about them.
Glimt.
Yep. Is there any...
Yeah, I think he was like, there's two there for Ingve. There's Tripic and there's Berg. I think Tripic looks quite nice.
Sold out, like not available.
Yeah. He's a good right winger. It looks like he's got rapid first touch finesse. Like I said, first touch is like game changers. I think it's highly underrated in the game. Power shot, low driving, whipped, quick step, dead ball. Like he's got so many good things going for him. He's got so much pace, great physical. He's shooting, he's passing and dribbling. They're really well balanced. There's no standout stats, but they're balanced. Obviously, I think he would be the best of the rest. Craig Halkett. He's not maybe got the best card, but ex-Rangers, and obviously somebody in your household would really like that card. But shout out for our dear friend Marius that we're going to meet. He'll be happy because Strakoska, the goalkeeper from AAK, he's got a team of this season as well, and he looks quite very underrated looking, I think. Doesn't have the footwork gold, but other than that, I think he looks a cracking goalkeeper.
I mean, it's interesting that they've went with 4 teams, isn't it? You know what I mean? And some of these cards will, fly under the radar and become stars of people's teams. And, just because they don't have, this big league or whatever, you're going to be you'll be able to pick up someone that's really, really decent. But let's move on. He's been waiting and itching to get onto this. John, take it away. It's your league, my friend.
Yes, so the Eredivisie team of the season is here. And I got to be honest, they did no one really dirty this year. Like, it actually looks like a pretty good summary of the best players this season. Honestly, I think let's be honest, there's 3 final players there. Ueda is top scorer of the Eredivisie with 24 goals currently. It's about 30k. The thing is, he scores most of his goals with his head. So I was looking at, does he has the something there? But he's got enforcer on him, which I think is quite cool.
Precision header silver.
Yes.
So he's at least got something.
Yeah, but with the enforcer and 95 composure, 95 heading accuracy, I think with 96 jumping, because he's known for jumping as so incredibly high. They call him the kangaroo. Actually, he's not from Australia, but we call him the kangaroo for that reason. So I think that was a pretty cool card. They did what they did. I think probably the best Eredivisie play this year has been the guys from PSV, like Schouten, Veerman, Sabari. They're all 3. They're in here. Mauer Junior is in, the left back from PSV. I think also fair, but like a standout team this year has been NAC, who has 2 top players. There's Nežević, who is center midfielder, 93 rated, goes in for 30k, looks pretty good. Not like special, but like pretty good. And Sana, who is a centre midfielder, but you can also play him left midfielder, and he looks quite interesting. But again, Forster, so that's weird. I was wondering what those purple cards were, though, who are in, because I saw those in the other teams as well, Chris, and we didn't mention them, but I saw a final playing of Valente having a purple card. What's that about?
We'll pass that to Graham because he read the blurb, to be fair to him.
There's, looking at the blurb, there's no real explanation for the colours. Obviously, I've admitted before, I'm colourblind, so I didn't even notice there was a difference in the colours. I'm just trying to see that.
I think I've got it here. I think if you look at the...
Is it just honourable mentions, is it not? Same as every other year?
Yeah, if you go to the guaranteed SBC, it is TOTS Breakthrough. I think it is. So there's TOTS and then there's TOTS Breakthrough, which we assume is the purple card. Just before we go there, I just wanted to quickly ask John, before we go back to the Eredivisie, are you surprised that there is already an SBC for a max 94 week 1 TOTS upgrade, where I think it can be repeated 3 times?
Yes, and I've done all 3 while we were actually starting this recording so far. They were all crap, so don't worry about that. But the fact that it's there, I'm not surprised, because there are 4 teams available.
Yes.
There are plenty of options when you max it at 94. I haven't counted yet, but I mean, 90% is at least 94. For those 4 teams, you've got 90% to get one of the cards of there. And most of the cards are not worth much, like 20, 30k max. 86 rated and a team of the week player. Spot on, I'd say. I think it's fair. Yeah. I think put it in there, give people a chance to pack something. Pretty guaranteed you're not getting the Messi cards out there yet with these. So why wouldn't we give out blues for just putting in some cards? I actually quite like it. The fact that I've got 3 blues, they're worth nothing, but you can probably use them for the guaranteed SBC from the Eredivisie or Premier League or etc. later on, which I'm expecting is coming as well, right, Graham?
Premier League's next week.
Yes, but we get the guaranteed SBCs as well from those, I think, right?
Yeah, probably will. They've not really said much, but we get it every year, so I'd expect it.
Can I ask you, John, just going back to the team, is there any player there that, like so Graham and I may not know about, that's Dutch, that we may have a good World Cup? You think might make the squad?
Well, no, not really, if I'm quite honest. Like, I think Gods for Belgium could be a standout player. He honestly makes me think of Hazard. He's really good. He's an Ajax player, but even I find him a good player. So that could be one of the standout. I would say Schouten from PSV, but he has got a major injury just last week.
All right.
After they won the title, so that's going to be sucked. I do think you have to pay attention to Saibari from PSV, who plays for Morocco.
Yeah,
had a good championship as well, and I think that's one of the players. And there's a couple of Japanese players in here, and I think all 3 of them are actually really good players. 2 of them actually play at Feyenoord, which is a coincidence, honestly. But I think they play the Dutch squad as well, and I think there could be troubles like Ueda, Watanabe, and Sano. Sano has been a standout player this year. Could surprise people.
Yeah, I mean, 95 rated card he's got, John, 180,000 at the moment. And they got some decent play styles, ping pass, quick step, and low driven. So, it's always interesting with the World Cup coming.
He's an insane fast midfielder. And what they do often is they play 3 at the back. They just go full attack. And then he goes to the left side and just starts attacking as well and scores a lot of goals while going at it. That's why I think so far, when I look at the cards from the players I know from the Serie A, from the Eredivisie, from the rest of the world, I do see some good transitions from real life, how this player plays, towards these cards. Like I said to Ueda, okay, good to have a power header plus card maybe on him, but he's got the silver with the right stats. Sano has the positions on him and the good stats. We saw the Juventus players. I think that does look pretty good, honestly. I mean, I can't say they're all good selections, but these are all fun cards. And I think Sano could be really good, like really fun to use. If you look at that card, he's fast. insane dribbling stats, low driven ping pass and quick step. And then he has the silver finesse, tiki taka, and the whole shebang along going with it. I don't see anything wrong with this card, except I would wish he would be a 5-star. But yeah,
4-4, isn't he, at the moment?
But then again, if he was 5-5, he would probably be like 3 million as well. So
definitely. So, guys, just before we move on, and we'll referee, it's been quite a long first half. Graham, if for you for a start at the moment for Tots, would you give it the thumbs up or the thumbs down?
A thumbs up. It's better than I was expecting. 4 teams, so it's not like we've just got one team and it's little chance of seeing any. So it's been a really good start. I'd say thumbs up.
And for you, John?
Yeah, thumbs up as well. I like that we got full teams and not like 4 players or 6 players out of a team, but just full-fledged teams. I really like some of the transitions to the players. I was just checking out, for example, Koeman Jr. is a goalkeeper at Telstar, but he's well known for his kicking technique and his long shots, because then, just as his father, he can just pass for 80 yards without any issues. And he has the long ball pass plus on him as a third playstyle as well. So I do really appreciate these details. I do really appreciate the decisions they made on most of these cards. And I quite like the fact they say, like, a year ago, 94 plus, you can give it 3, or 94 minus, you can try 3 times already just to get some blues in. Yeah.
Definitely. No, that's good news. Well, the referee has just about to blow for the end of the first half. So, folks, we are going to do our top 5, and the guys are super excited because we are going to talk about the most iconic football boot. So, the guys, how it works is I give them 5 chances, and we'll have 5 boots here. And I think what we'll do is we'll start with John first, then Homer, then John, then Homer, then John gets the last one. The guys don't know which boot I'm going to shout for, and also what place we're going to put it in terms of lineup, and the guys then rank them 1 to 5. So we're going to start with you, John, and we are going to go with the Nike Tempo boot, famous for the great adverts of the 90s, worn by Maldini, Cantona, Ian Wright, and Romario. So, guys, if you're unsure, please Google these boots. So that is the Nike Tempo boot. John, where would you put that 1 to 5?
I'll put it on 3.
So number 3 for the Nike Tempo. Graham, we're going to come at you. The Puma King, as worn by Maradona, Pele, Cruyff, to name but a few. I mean, those legends, it's unbelievable. It's a beautiful classic boot. Where would you put that 1 to 5?
I'm going to go 4.
4. John, what do you think? Cruyff wore it. Would you put it at 4?
I put it at 5, so yeah, I agree.
Oh,
yeah,
well, fair enough then. Agreement here. John, we're going to come to you again. It is the Adidas Copa Mundial, as worn by Beckenbauer, Platini, and the early years of Zidane. Another classic boot.
Oh, this is a hard one because I know who wants to be my top place, right? So, but these are like the iconic boots. I'd have to put them on number 2.
Number 2 for the Adidas Copa Mundial. The Nike Tempo again, John. Where did we put that one? That was number 3. And number 4 as well. So we've got, what's that, 1 and 5 left?
5.
5.
Yes.
Oh, right. Okay. So let's go for the Mizuno Morelias. Not as famous, the one with the tongue, but worn by Rivaldo, Roberto Carlos, the Cannonball Kid, Kluivert. Where would you put that, Homer?
5.
Number 5. It's almost like we've pre-planned this. We haven't, guys, but the last boot is the famous Adidas Predators. Made famous,
Yes,
I've got to say, made famous by Craig Johnson, who played for Liverpool in the 80s, wore by Beckham, Zidane, Del Piero, and rejuvenated by Bellingham just now.
And Koeman, who was the first ambassador of when it released.
Wow.
Actually.
So, John, where would you place that as you hold the boot up for everybody that's on video?
Yeah, so I actually have myself a black and golden version of that one. Because ever since, well, this was 94, I'm afraid. So shows my age also a little bit. These are from 94, right? 93, 94?
Yeah.
When they released. So ever since that boot got released, that was my go-to boot. So for the last, this is showing my age, is it really? But for the last 20 plus years, I've been wearing Predator boots as well. So I'm glad to put it on one. And these are the current version of them. Just black with gold, but still with the markers on top that make it apparently shoot a little bit faster, which honestly I have never experienced it, but still it's there. So yeah.
No, so number one.
Love those boots. Yeah. And glad I'm on the one. Well done, Graham. I think we've made a pretty decent list like this.
I think that was the best list we've ever done.
Yeah, definitely.
Perfect.
Would you have put it at number one, Graham, if you'd had the chance?
Yeah, that's the best boot in the world for me. I've had so many. I had the white and reds. I loved them. I think I must have had about 5 or 6 different pairs of them growing up. So perfect choice for number one.
No, awesome. That's absolutely brilliant. Thank you, guys. So Predator boot is the Foot Review number one choice. And let's see. Well, as I say, I'm used to the black ones. I've never worn Predators before, so I'd like to maybe try a pair, but I'm getting past that stage. So, guys, let's move on to the second half. The referee is ready to blow. So what we're going to talk about now is we're going to talk about EVOs, and our good friend Neil Bullseye was asking for us to discuss it. So we'll start with you first, Graham, because you have EVO'd some of your players, the Rangers players, from bronze and silver up to a high level. What we're asking is it good, bad? Should it stay in the game? Does it need tweaked? Let's start with yourself, Graham. What do you think?
I think it's good to a certain degree. If you come from a country or you support a team that's a non-top 5 team, or even if it's in the top 5 and it's a lower end team, your likelihood is you don't get much love. And we've been all right this year. We've had a good couple of team of the weeks, and obviously Asgard got a foot birthday. Nico Raskin got a special card, but they were bottom of the promo cards. They didn't get the same love as a top 5. So even if you do get that promo card, they're still not meta per se, or the best card to be using. So EVOs do give you that opportunity to take a card that you love and get it up there with the power curve, so it's up there with one of the better cards. So bad Manny Fernandez, I'd say, is one play style short of what that team of the season is, and I'd argue he's maybe just a little bit better, just based on stats. I'd say him and my foot birthday Bastoni could arguably be better than some of the best centre backs they've released. So for me, I think there's a good thing that they brought Evolutions in. I do think maybe they could work on how they deliver it. I think there's a few things that just aren't perfect, but like I said, it's maybe your ultimate team, and when you don't get the same opportunity for certain cards to be out there as the rest of the cards, I think it's a necessary evil. I don't think evil's the right word, but it's a necessary tool to have to build your ultimate team. Because if it's the ultimate team, and say me and you, we love Manny Fernandez, he's had a great season, but he's a silver card all season, and you want him in your team, it's not really your ultimate team, is it? So it's worthwhile. I think they could work on it and make it a bit better, but I wouldn't be getting rid of it at all. What about you two?
For you, John, I mean, you are a supporter of Feyenoord and Juventus, so you generally would get decent cards, high-rated cards for your teams. I mean, are you heavily involved with EVOs, or do you not really touch it too much?
Let me see how much I don't care at all. No, I appreciate it's in the game. I do, and I heavily enjoy the fact that I've seen many people invested in it and enjoying doing these grinds and getting these players up. I like facing them as well because you don't know what to expect, so it brings in variety into your position. I don't care enough to get a player in and think about my time on actually playing is limited, and I always want to make it count. And when I mean I want to make it count, means I'm actually playing games. And of course, you got to play games to get your EVOs go in. but I want to get in the games that count. So I usually play very competitive games, and my team just has to be there, right? Not really matter, but I don't care about let's get this player. Like, this is the thing. I like the Valente card. I could have evoed him. He'd probably in 94 now as well. Maybe better than the one that came out. But I'll happily pay out, I don't know, 20k right now.
Yeah.
Get that same card and try it for 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I mean, Graham, you said, there's some changes you'd like to see made. What changes do you think could be made, or some things that could maybe even interest John to have a go at it?
So my main thing is that the ratings, they cap the ratings, and for the last week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, we've been looking at 87 and 88 caps. And if you've been evoing your cards from the start, like I have, anything that's 87 or 88 rated, I can't evolve them because my players are all better. But the thing is that if they just removed the cap but kept the stats capped, I reckon a good few of my cards would still be eligible to be upgraded. It's just the overall rating. So I think the overall rating should be removed. I don't think there should be a limit on how good or how bad the card is as an overall rating. I think it should just be what stat or playstyle boost you're getting from it. So if we've got only a maximum of one playstyles on all the cards, then that's what it should be. So if you already got one or you don't have one, that's fine. If it's the boosting pace by 10, but the limit's up to 80, I think any card that's under, whether it's a bronze, silver, gold, if it's like a 88 rated Lewandowski, I think he should be eligible to go in and get that 10 plus speed boost. But because he's 88 rated, you have to wait till like now to try and get him better. It's just stupid wee things like that. I get what they probably try to do, but I just think it's not user friendly per se. Foot birthday was another thing that really changed my mind. Like just being able to pick and choose your playstyles.
Yeah.
Given it's meant to be your ultimate team, I do like that aspect where you can pick what you put on your cards rather than some of the cards like we mentioned Vincent Kompany having power shot, and I know it was meant to be reflective that he scored that wonder strike, but in this game, are you really going to be running up the pitch try hit wonder strikes with Vincent Kompany? Not really. So I would like it if there was a bit more freedom in what playstyles you could put on. Whether it's like once you hit the maximum limit, you should maybe get the option to remove a playstyle to add another one in. Like there's plenty of other games and other fields of games that give you more freedom when it's leveling up cards that you can remove power ups or whatever it may be that they call in the game, or perks, and you can exchange it for something else. So it'd be nice if you had that option. Like say if you had power shot on a card, or trying to think something that you wouldn't maybe necessarily like maybe relentless, but one of the options was that you could add in enforcer or press proven or long ball. It'd be nice if you just had that option to change it up a bit. But as I said, it's not a perfect system, but it's better than nothing for me.
Would you like to see that,
Yeah,
John?
the thing is, Chris. So I was thinking when I first heard about EVOs, when they first came out, right? I was thinking they would make it like build a pro in pro clubs.
Yeah.
Where you take a play, you start it, and then you start tuning it. Like, I got 5 points I can spend on this. Now I can get another 7 stat points, which I can. And then you build your player throughout the year, right? That I would be interesting because I can follow up on that. I know this week I can get 7 points on my EVO players and put 7 stats in this certain stat which I want to get up. The problem with the way they made EVOs for me is that I have to go on a different website, do a proper research of what is wise to do in which order, and hopefully there's an exploit somewhere which I can, not even an exploit, but a smarter way of doing it which makes it worth it, right? In my case, it means that's like you have to research that. But I think if anything that's done properly should be doable in game.
Yes,
trackable in game, and maybe if online is like there's plenty of games that have a website next to it to make it easier. but should definitely be doing. Like if you have a card building game, you could build your card, you can build your deck in that game, look at the stats, etc., see what it does. But if you go online, you can see what's the best deck, and then you get the cards faster, copy your code in, etc. I think in with the way they made EVOs, it's actually really, I wouldn't say, well, I'm just going to say it, it's really naive if you would start an evolution without checking all the paths. And that's what I like when I do the EVO. I'm expecting, oh, there's a new EVO. Oh, this fits my cards. Let's hit it and go from there. Oh no, I shouldn't have done that. I should have done the one that came out 2 weeks ago. Then did this one, take a sidestep there, not upgrade this. Then I should have done this. And instead of having a 90 rated card, I would now have got a 94 rated card. But that's like, for me, it's like magic. No, I don't really, because I do understand how it works. But it's like not the way I think it is fun doing it for me. I like RPGs. I like min-maxing characters. I like building builds on different cards. I don't like EVOs because I don't know what is coming.
Yeah. No, I understand that.
And I don't think that's right. And I think that's why I don't care EVO. I care. I appreciate, like I said, I appreciate having it in there. It's why I don't care at all. Plus, I absolutely hate the green color. Most of these EVOs start on. I think it's the worst card color you can pick. Let's give you something special. Let's make it green, like so you can't see it properly when they put up the game.
Yeah,
I mean,
I understand that.
Make them gold at the start, or give them whatever. But I think there's something there, and the moment, let's say, the way I would have imagined this is like pros. You get a 60 rated player when the game start. Or you take 60 rated player, you take any player, and that gets a 60 rated card. I don't care. You take a Valente and becomes, instead of a 74, your evolution is a 60 rated Valente card. And every week you can get a certain amount of points to spend. You boost those points, and he starts growing, And once he's reached 85, you can get a golden border on it. Once he has 100 goals for your club, you get a little bit of a dynamic image on it. Whatever, you can pimp your own card. That's what I hoped it would be, and that would be very interesting for me to do. Now it's way too convoluted for me to follow up on it. I appreciate it's being in, but honestly, whenever I get a pop-up saying, "Hey, these new EVOs are up. Hey, have you checked out this spot?" I'm like, no,
definitely.
And in the end, Graham spent a lot of time on that Fernandez card, who might be marginally better or not than the Fernandez card that's out today for relatively cheap. So 13K. So that's also the part where I'm like, yes, it was fun until now, and now it's sort of useless for all the time spent on it.
No, I get it. There's so many arguments. I think EA, hopefully they don't drop it or don't just leave it the way it is. Maybe just listen to the community, listen to us, and maybe just make those slight tweaks that will make it more interesting. But look, if anybody disagrees with us on the show and you've got your own thoughts on EVOs, hit us up on our socials. We always respond to every comment, even if it is just a love heart. But if you really want to join us, check us out at patreon.com/futinreview and come join our wonderful Discord, where some of us will be leaving for Crete in a few weeks' time. Really looking forward to that. So guys, if you're interested, there will be a lot of content getting produced. John says there will be a drinking game as well, which is always the best thing when you take a load of Scots with you, but we'll see how that goes.
Wow, the drinking game also involves jokes, which I'm pretty confident in. So.
We're already laughing already, John, let's be honest. But guys, it's been an absolute amazing show, but the referee's just about to blow for the end of the second half. And I'll just ask the guys, what is your plans? Let's start with you, John. What's the plans now for the first weekend of TOTS?
I would have considered Weekend League, but I'm just not up for playing that many games in a row just yet with my hand. So I'll save myself for the Crete event. I'll definitely be playing. I'll be doing a lot of these upgrades though. And I'm for sure getting all these 500 players in, at least. And maybe 2 Juventus playing on the side. I think it's a pretty good week. For my allegiances.
Yeah, definitely. Be wrong me not to mention that wonderful T-shirt that you've got on as well.
Well, you can mention it, but it's these are the new merchandise lines, which I'm actually wearing, of course, with the logos on the site now as well, new printing techniques. But currently, until the end of April, they are still only available for Patreon subscribers. So even if you go to the website, you can go to futinreview.com, but you see the old merchandise line there, which is still amazing, but it will go out of the factories. We won't be burning it all, or we'll be donating it all at the end of the month. So we run discounts there. You could check it out, of course. Still nice shirts, but these shirts will come in at the start of May. When we are in Crete, this will go live. And then if you go to futinreview.com, you can also buy them always. So different colors, different patterns. We also have one called the 71 Depth shirt, which I quite like. We have the Drop It shirts, which Neil will be wearing the next time he's on, and I think with John as well. And we have the Cutback shirt with, of course, a nice dynamic image on it. For my favorite type of goal. So
nice. And Homer, what's your plans this week?
I plan to try and get some weekend league in, but one of my other loves is on this weekend, WrestleMania. So that's a 2-night event, and then I've got a kid's birthday party. So real life, so I will try and make as much time as possible. So if weekend league, get my rivals and try and hunt the inter players in that Manny Fernandez.
Brilliant.
Who needs sleep, mate?
Exactly.
Me.
Tots. It's Tots this weekend. Well, guys, it's been absolutely amazing. We've done well. I think it's 54 minutes this show's been. And
yes. I do have one more addition for you, though, Chris.
Of course, my friend.
Last week I said people could win the fabulous Crete event jersey when they leave a 5-star review and put something in the comment, either on the website futinreview.com or Apple, Spotify. 5-star review, drop it there. Let us know what you think about the show. Make sure it says Crete or Jersey, something like that. We got a lot of people sending in responses to that. We said we run that for 2 weeks. So you still have one more week when you listen to this. When the next episode out, we'll be drawing it, I think. But yeah, thank you so much for sending in all those reviews, because they are really helpful for us. We've written down all the names, and you will be eligible, of course, for the draw. And we'll send you that shirt with personalization for free all around the world. But make sure, except if you are across a certain street that has been closed, then it's going to be a little bit difficult to sending it, but you get it later, hopefully. But there's that. So yeah, keep sending in those reviews.
Yeah, we really appreciate them. Thank you so much, guys. And it's a wonderful prize. If you've not seen the shirt, it's absolutely amazing looking. John's done a fabulous job designing that. But guys, it's been brilliant. Cannot believe it. We're already into TOTS. It feels like the game just came out not long ago, and we're near the end. But it's going to be a marathon, and we'll be with you all the way to hold your hand and give you the best advice possible. But guys, there's one thing left to do, and that is to
drop it.
F-U-T. F-U-T. F-F-F-U-T. F-U-T. T. T. In view. F-U-T.